Patty Christensen here, hand CRPS lady. A little bit of a break because I actually went back east to Tampa to an RV show. So there'll be a few posts about my adventures as far as that goes. So first is getting there. And the direct flight's overnight, and I'm too old and cranky for overnight flights. So I searched it up and went with a one of these super cheap fares where you pretty much have to wear all your clothes because you can't even bring a bag on the plane. So great, challenge accepted. Decided to do that, and it was with United, flying from Salt Lake to Denver and then Denver to Tampa. And I thought, well, that's good. Break it up. Hand CRPS being in a confined place for too long is not a good thing. Check the weather. Very small chance of any weather in Salt Lake. No chance of weather anywhere else. Get there. I see a little bit of, flurries. Okay, no problem. Get on the plane, and all of a sudden, it's snowmageddon. We actually ended up having to be de-iced twice. I'm looking down at, the clock on my phone. It was an hour flight with an hour layover. It's been over an hour, and we still haven't taken off yet. So I'm getting very, very nervous. But of course, even if you wanted to get off, you can't because you're stuck out on, out there getting de-iced multiple times. So anyway, and the seat, remember, I'm on the scrappy fare, so I don't get to pick my seat. And I am the row behind the what do you call it? The emergency exit row or whatever that gets the extra leg room. And I guess that United decided rather than just adjust all the ones back, they just adjusted our row. And I literally would go like this, where it's just this much of my arm. And I was touching the seat in front of me. And I am not exaggerating. Somewhere I've got a picture of it. The little pull down tray table was literally this wide. It was ridiculous. So beyond uncomfortable. Luckily, it was just the 1 hour part. And so then, they finally take off. And I'm like, there's just no way we're going to make it. And I'm asking the flight attendant lady, what gates are we talking about here? And they kept saying, use your United app. Well, I don't fly United other than this, so I didn't have the app. So she looks it up on hers and says, oh, you're going to be landing, and I can't remember the exact, so I'm kind of making this up. You're going to be landing at gate B8, and you're going to be taken off of gate B48. 8 to 40, whatever it was 40 gates. And I went, there's just no way. And she goes, oh, no, it's not as bad as it sounds because there's evens on one side and odds on the other. So you're not really going 48. You're only going more like 24. And I'm saying, and that's better. How? She goes, I think if you run, you'll make it. Well, I have both sets of gloves on, wearing all my clothes because I couldn't bring a bag. We land, and luckily the airplane had said, everybody who's got a tight connection, run off first. And so we go running off there, and we're literally doing, normally I don't even take the people movers. I walk, but nope, we're kind of walking on the people movers, run, get to the next plane. And they actually, while we were still sprinting, I'd gotten a little text that said, it's okay, we're holding your flight a little bit. So, anyway, so we got there. We were the last people on, got on, sat, and they pretty much took off. The next flight, at least I wasn't in the smashy McSmash row, which is a good thing because this was the longer flight. So I'm pretty far back. On this one, I was window. I guess windows are less desirable now. I don't know. And my husband was like 4 rows behind me, window. So that's what we did on the last leg. And it wasn't so bad. I could sit and I could, do like this and not touch the seat in front of me. Now, it wasn't a whole lot of room, but at least a little bit of room. And they have internet and stuff, but I never did figure out how to get any of that to work. But so we did end up making it. My brother who lives in Florida, we were texting back and forth and whenever I could. Like I'm still sitting in Salt Lake. It hasn't taken off yet. And he goes, well, United app is reporting that you're about to land in Denver. I'm like, well, it's not happening. We haven't even taken off yet. Anyway, so we were able to get where we needed to get to, Tampa, Florida, and land on time. But I have to tell you that that was a lot more stressful than it needed to be. And, you really realize how handicapped you are when you're trying to do these things. Oh, and I just remembered when we went through TSA, in Salt Lake. And of course, I wear my gloves when I'm traveling because mostly I want people to understand, hey, there's something wrong with this gal, right? There's something wrong with this gal. But anyway, I went through the one where you can't really see me, the one where you stand like this is that one, and it weren't me. And I got out and they said, your gloves. We're going to have to do a manual inspection. And I said, well, I have hand CRPS. Would you rather I just take them off? And apparently he knew what that meant. So he said, yes, please. So, I use my teeth and I pull them off and they can see everything's okay. And then I got to get them back on. Also my shoes, my pants, whatever they make you take off. But anyway, I think if I'd gone through just a regular metal detector, because there was obviously I think maybe it's just because it's a little bit thicker. I don't know what the problem was. So that was kind of a bummer. But that was the adventure of my flight out from Salt Lake with the mysterious snowstorm, only when we were trying to take off, and the mini seats, thank you, United, and all of that. And then out to Tampa, Florida for the RV show.